Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourself. Please subscribe the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. Today I am going to share part 2 of the services of BOI Mobile Omni Neo Bank app. Operating the BOI Mobile Omni Neo Bank app. Operating the app and its services. In the last video, I had mentioned the details till Form 15GH in services and requests in the BOI Mobile Omni Neo Bank app. Today I am going to talk about the services of the app. Account services. Request demand draft. Apply demand draft and pick from branch. When the user will tap on the request demand draft under the account services, they will be redirected to a page for the filling of the details for demand draft. The user has to select the payment mode, demand draft or pay order. By tapping on the demand draft as the payment mode, they have to enter the details. The user then has to fill in their details, that is the name of beneficiary, demand draft amount, DD issuance branch and payable branch. By tapping on the pay order as the payment mode, they have to enter the details. The user then has to fill in the details, that is name of beneficiary, pay order amount, DD issuance branch. Account services. Life certificate generation. Get life certificate for pensioners. By tapping on the life certificate generation, the user will be redirected to the Jivan Praman website with all the details required for the user's benefit. Certificates. Download or view certificates. Certificates. When the user will tap on the certificates under the account services, they will be redirected to a page for the selection of the type of certificate required. Then the user has to select the type of certificate required: interest, TDS, balance, holding, payslip, amortization, schedule, and investment. After that, user has to select the type of account: deposit account, that is savings account and term deposit; loan account, that is loan and overdraft. As mentioned in the last video that under services and requests, there are three services, and now I am going to talk about the second service, that is check services. Create and manage check services. Check services. Positive pay system. Pre-approve a check issued by you. When the user will tap on the positive pay system under the check services of the account services, they will be redirected to a page to execute their PPS. Then they have to select the account for which PPS needs to be executed. After that, they have to select check, which means they have to enter or search for the check number, beneficiary, pay name on check, check amount, check date, and the remarks. After filling in the information, tap on proceed and confirm. Check services. Manage checks. Stop check. Apply PPS for a check. When the user will tap on the manage checks under the check services of the account services, they will be redirected to a page with list of their issued checks. Then they have to select the account for which they want to manage their checks. Manage checks. After selecting an account, they will be able to see all the checks they have issued, or they can search a particular check by entering the check number. Then they will be able to check the status of the required check, stop the check, or apply PPS. Check services. Request checkbook. get checkbook delivered at your address. When the user will tap on the request checkbook under the check services of the account services, they will be redirected to a page with the options to request for a new checkbook. Then they have to select the account for which they want to request a checkbook. After selecting an account, they have to enter the number to checks they want to issue. It is also mentioned there for savings bank account, each checkbook will have 25 leaflets, and for current account, each checkbook will have 50 leaflets. Then they have to enter the delivery address. For this, they have to both their communication address, that is their residential address, and the address of their home branch. After that, the user has to tap on the request checkbook. Operating the app and its services. Now the third service is services and request, that is doorstep banking. Request agent to bank from home. I have already talked about doorstep banking in my previous videos, whose link I am going to add in the description. The Manage Profile Select section, as mentioned in the previous video, there are 4 options. I have shared about all the services and requests. Now I am going to share about the account and payment. After tapping on the account and payment, the user will be redirected to a page with 4 services. My personal and account details, view and edit your personal details. After tapping on the account and payment, the user will be redirected to a page with 4 services. Link and set primary account, link and delink your savings, current and overdraft account. Manage payment channels, manage limits across various channels. Manage cards, apply and manage credit, debit, prepaid cards. My personal and account details. When the user taps on my personal and account details, they will be redirected to a page where they can see all their account details. The customer can view their own QR code, personal details such as their customer ID, mobile number, email ID, CQIC, Aadhaar vault number, and occupation. They can also view their permanent address and communication address. Their additional details are also present there, like their investment details, tax details, passport and visa details, and other details. Link and set primary account. When the user taps on the link and set primary account, they will be redirected to a page with the service available. The user has to tap on the change primary account for fund transfer. After tapping on that, the user will be able to see their accounts and link and set primary account. Manage payment channels. When the user taps on manage payment channels, they will be redirected to a page to select the payment type. The user has to select a payment type channel, IMPS or NEFT or RTGS or UPI or within BOI, BPay or self and debit card. Manage payment channels. To proceed with the first type, the user has to tap on it and they will be shown a page to set limits for transactions. The maximum limit of the different payment methods are payment method through IMPS, maximum per transaction limit rupees 5 lakh, maximum daily transaction limit is rupees 10 lakh, maximum weekly transaction limit is 35 lakh, maximum monthly transaction limit 99.99 99 lakh 99,999. Payment method if NEFT, maximum per transaction limit rupees 2 lakh, maximum daily transaction limit rupees 20 lakh, maximum weekly transaction limit rupees 30 lakh, Maximum monthly transaction limit is rupees 50 lakh. Payment method is RTGS. Then maximum per transaction limit rupees 10 lakh. Maximum daily transaction limit is rupees 10 lakh. Maximum weekly transaction limit is rupees 21 lakh. Maximum monthly transaction limit is rupees 50 lakh. Payment method is UPI. The maximum per transaction limit is rupees 1 lakh. Maximum daily transaction limit is rupees 1 lakh. Maximum weekly transaction limit is 7 lakh. Maximum monthly transaction limit is rupees 10 lakh. Payment method within BOI. Maximum per transaction limit is rupees 2 lakh. Maximum daily transaction limit rupees 10 lakh. Maximum weekly transaction limit is rupees 20 lakh. Maximum monthly transaction limit is rupees 50 lakh. Payment method to bill payment. Maximum per transaction limit is rupees 2 lakh. Maximum daily transaction limit is rupees 2 lakh. Maximum weekly transaction limit is 20 lakh. Maximum monthly transaction limit is 50 lakh. Payment method is self-transfer. The maximum per transaction limit is 99 lakh 99,997. Maximum daily transaction limit is rupees 99 lakh 99,999 997 rupees. Maximum weekly transaction limit rupees 99 lakh 99,998. Maximum monthly transaction limit is rupees 99 lakh 99,999. Manage payment channels. The user can enter the maximum limit according to them and set the limits. To proceed with the second type, the user has to tap on debit card and they will be shown a page to manage both their debit and credit cards. Then the user can select if they want to proceed with debit card or credit card. If the user has choose to proceed with debit card, then they can set limits and channels both their domestic and international cards. The maximum limits for transactions for domestic card varies as per card type. For ATM withdrawal, domestic is rupees 15,000. For international, maximum rupees 15,000. For tap and pay, rupees 5,000 for both domestic and international. For e-commerce transaction, rupees 50,000 for domestic and international transaction. For merchant outlets, rupees 50,000 for domestic as well as international. The user can set limits accordingly and tap on Save Changes. They can also hotlist their cards, view their hotlisted and expired card, and view standing instructions also. They can also change their PIN in case they forgotten it. There is also an option to apply for card replacement. If the user has choose to proceed with debit card, they can view the list of their hotlisted and expired cards. When the user taps on Manage Cards, they will be redirected to a page to view their cards, debit cards and credit cards. The services available here are same as the services available under the section of debit cards in Manage Payment Channels. Under the Manage Profile section, I have shared about all the services and requests and account and payment. Now I am going to share about security and privacy. Security and privacy. After tapping on the security and privacy, the user will be redirected to a page with 5 services. Touch ID or Face ID. Enable or disable biometrics for mobile banking. Change MPIN. Reset your MPIN. Manage additional authorization. Set up preferred authorization for transactions. Manage transaction rights. Enable or disable your transaction rights. Security policy guide. View our security policy guide. Touch ID or Face ID. By tapping on Touch ID or Face ID, the user can enable or disable their biometrics to log in to the BOI mobile Omni Bank app. Change MPIN. By tapping on Change MPIN, the user will receive an OTP for verification. After entering the correct OTP, the user can type the new MPIN and set it. Manage additional authorization. By tapping on Manage additional authorization, the user will be able to set an authorization for their financial transactions or non-financial update. After selecting the required services, the user has to tap on Save Changes. Manage transaction rights. By tapping on Manage transaction rights, the user will be able to enable or disable the transaction rights to the app. Security policy guide. By tapping on security policy guide, the user will be redirected to a website where all the security policies are available for the user's benefit. The policies are right to privacy. Customers' personal information should be kept confidential unless they have offered specific consent to the financial services provider or such information is required to be provided under the law or it is provided for a mandated business purpose. For example, to credit information companies. The customer should be informed upfront about likely mandated business purposes. Customers have the right to protection from all kinds of communications, electronic or otherwise, which infringe upon their privacy. In pursuance of the above right, bank will treat customers' personal information as private and confidential. Even when the customer is no longer banking with us, and as a general rule, not disclose such information to any other individual or institutions, including its subsidiaries or associates, tie-up institutions, etc., for any purpose unless the customer has authorized such disclosure explicitly in writing. Disclosure is compelled by law and regulation. Bank has a duty to the public to disclose that is in public interest. Bank has to protect its interests through disclosure. It is for a regulatory mandated business purpose such as disclosure of default to credit information companies or debt collection agencies. Ensures such likely mandated disclosures be communicated immediately to the customer in writing, shall not use or share customers' personal information for marketing purpose unless the customer has specifically authorized. It shall adhere to Telecom Commercial Communications Customer Preference Regulations 2010 National Customer Preference Registry issued by Telecom Regulatory Authority of India while communicating with customers. Thank you very much for your patience.